There's a lot of talk in the industry about whether you should just write a horror film and maybe direct it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why that conversation is being had and whether it's a smart idea to just go ahead and do a horror film. The first item to consider is the money. So it's cheap to produce a horror film, and when you're starting, it's important to be cost effective. The second thing is genre. It's very easy to explore trauma through fear. So if you can get fear out of an audience and you can explore trauma in plot from A through Z, then you can display a lot as a writer and a director without investing much money. That's probably the most important thing. The last thing is mobility. So it's generally understood that as you move through your career, you don't have to continuously do horror until you die. For example, James Cameron started with Piranha 2, and Peter Jackson started on Bad Taste, which was a horror comedy blend. So if you consider that it's inexpensive to do, you can explore genre effectively and display your talents, and you can have mobility afterwards, it's kind of a clear-cut case for just going ahead and doing horror. The thing is, I won't do horror explicitly. There are horror elements in my Salem Witch script, which has a ton of film festival awards, but I need to focus on being an expert in fantasy, and I'm also interested in sci-fi. I've done my first sci-fi fantasy blend, and it's already picked up film festival awards on the first draft. If I look back in 20 years, even if I'm unsuccessful, I still will think that it would have been a waste of time to do horror, because I'm focused on being an expert in one category. And I'm still exploring horror themes through one script, which is primarily fantasy and drama. And so my advice is to follow your gut. It can be effective to use horror as a wedge to stand up a career, but I don't think it's essential by any means.